As a creator, I value expression. I think it's a blend of expression and being true to your source material. You want to honor your source material. It's like a tribute, sort of. But you don't want it to be just like a mirror reflection of what's already made. You also want to give it a bit of yourself. So 50% source material and 50% self-expression. Making sure that those two factors blends well. I think that's the biggest thing that I value in my work. I was always one of those students sitting on the back of the class making some drawings, and I remember like just having fun with it, and then my classmates would go, I know that character. So it started from there. I'm a big fan of like Pixar films and all things animated. I'm a big fan of it. And I'm like, I want to do those things someday. And it's a bit tough in the Philippines because when I was applying for college, there's not a lot of courses that actually can offer you those kinds of things. So that option immediately gets wiped from your head. And I was like, probably not going to happen. But a specific course called Multimedia Arts got introduced that year that I graduated from high school. So I just like jump on it, and I was like, I got introduced to like 3D modeling. When I made something digitally and I animated it and I see it move, and I was like, I'm one step away from doing the stuff that I want to do from my childhood. That left a really huge impression on me. The Jinbei was my first thing that got released to the public, and they appreciated it. So that's why when I got invited to join this year's BWFC, I was like, yes, let's do it. I don't think that there's any like insurmountable goal when it comes to sculpting. If you can see it, if you think it's not doable, spend time until you eventually get it. That's honestly what I believe. I picked Gogeta Blue because he is a merge of two existing characters. You have Goku and Vegeta. To actually have one character that merges both of them is kind of fascinating. You're like, okay, so whose characteristic comes out in this kind of situation? You see the arrogance of the other and the confidence of the other. It's kind of like the yin and yang of all things. There's always a little bit of dark in the light and vice versa. I picked that specific pose because it was that moment before Gogeta unleashes his finishing move. He's kind of like sizing up the enemy in front of him, and in his head he's like, okay, just one more shot and you're done. So he's kind of like sizing things up and then transitioning to the special move. I'm quite happy with my decision of picking that character. The first thing I did was to watch all available episodes or movies that involves the character. And then I started gathering screenshots of the character as much as I can. Basically, just Frankenstein all the features from those references, and then sketch some more, and then probably redo a lot of the sketch. Dragon Ball Z figures are very specific. I have to say I really relied a lot on the references that I found. I want to just like zoom in as close as I can and still put details in there. So I spend a lot of time making sure like the fabric detail is correct. I do a lot of like cross-hatching sort of on the skin. I just want to put as much detail as I can. Even the blocky hair that Gogeta actually have like, I did put as much hair strands as I can. This is a funny thing because my first iteration that I submitted was actually a bit too realistic. So it was really tough finding that balance, like asking them for feedback and just like toning down the realistic approach that I once had. I actually paid a lot of attention on the arms because I want to express the intensity of it. So I did a lot of like back and forth on how the finger should bend. And then My intention is like for people to look at the hands first, and then look at the face, and then look at everywhere else. The other participants in this year's BWFC, funny enough, are actually the people that I follow online. They're pretty much the creators of my references. I'm honored to be on the same playing field as them. But I have to say, yeah, they're really masters of their craft. And I hope that I produce something that can be appreciated in the same level as them. Winning the grand prize or the fan award, I'd be happy because I know that people appreciated my work. As far as the prize money, I would say, I don't know, I think buy more figures, I think. Plus, it will be my resources to put on more 3D printing stuff. I really hope that the Dragon Ball fans who will buy the figure will feel the hours upon hours of love that I put into sculpting it. I tried to make a figure that I will enjoy myself as a fan. So in a way, that's what I'm hoping for others as well, that they're gonna see that I gave justice to the character, and it's a pretty badass character as well. So I want them to feel like there's a lot of effort that went into that.